This is the best penny stock to go out and trade for next week, and this is going to be done on ticker DVLT. That's right, my friends, ticker DVLT. Now, today's video is going to have three main segments: the why, the what, the where. The why, we're going to be doing calories breakdown. The what, we're doing some stock analysis, and the most important part of today's video is going to be the where I'm going to be telling you guys exactly where to get in and where to get out. Now, as always, this is the most important part. You know, so many times I come out with videos and the stock is already up 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%. And people are like, I don't understand why you would talk about a stock that's already up 50%. Because it can go run another 100% after the video. That's why, right? That's why. Not because I just like the fact that it's up, because momentum breeds momentum. That's the reality, right? That's the reality. And if we have a ticker which is running based off of good news, that has a low overhead supply and good fundamentals, and it's running already, it's gonna keep running, okay? So pay close attention because today's video is going to be extremely informative as well. So let's get into it. Now, the why. Why do we talk about the why first? We talk about the why because, as always, my friends, in order to predict the future, we first need to understand the past. This is a ticker which has ran 46% already on Friday, okay? Based off of some news. What was the news? The news is actually pretty big for this company. So it says Default AI announces update regarding distribution of Dreamworld 2026 meme coin, and the distribution date, which is pretty much kind of like in a way, a dividend for this ticker, ends up being actually on November 25th, right? So it says that in connection with the previously announced distribution of Dreamworld 2026 meme coin to eligible record equity holders of Default AI, Nasdaq has informed the company that it is not expecting to quote an ex-dividend date for such distribution, and therefore eligible record for equity holders of Default AI must be holders as of record date of November 25, 2025. So if you understand what this means, is that if you're holding the ticker by November 25, 2025, you are eligible to receive this dividend, okay? Now, the reality is that usually there is a T+1, meaning that there is a one-day settling time in your broker. So I do suggest, if you're actually interested, getting in November 24th. But what this does is that this causes a lot of hype, right? This causes a lot of hype. There's going to be a lot of hype around this ticker. And I'm telling you, man, this is a company which has under $1 billion market cap. It's going to run. Come Monday, it's going to run, and it's going to run massively. Now, the levels that I want to be watching, guys, is I want to be watching potentially for a dip all the way down to the $2 levels. If it gives us a dip down to $2, I'm 100% buying that. The next level that I want to be watching is going to be a breaking of the $3 levels. If we break $3, the levels that it's going to be going to, it will be testing the $350 to $360 range, which is going to be a 20% move from the $3 break, right? So the way you want to play these tickers is you either want to be buying the dip or you want to be buying the break of previous swing resistances, right? For a momentum move to the upside. What you don't want to be doing is you don't want to be buying it in midway where the stock is kind of stuck in a limbo of not yet deciding whether it's going to continue going up or it's going to reverse and head back down to the downside. Now, I'm telling you though, this is a ticker which is, you know, it's magic waiting to happen, man. It's magic waiting to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the test of $4 next week. It would not surprise me. However, once again, if we get a dip down to 2, I'm playing the dip down to 2. If we get a break of 3, I'm playing 3 to 350 to 360-ish. Those are the levels that I'm playing. You guys can do whatever you like, right? You guys can do whatever you like. Now, another thing I really like about DVLT is that although they're low on cash, the company is extremely low on cash. So they have $1.8 million in the bank. They're burning $7.73 million. They have less than a month of cash left on hand. But this is the thing, right? When you look at the company's overhead supply, their overhead supply is very low. Now, what does overhead supply really signify? What overhead supply signifies is the amount of shares that the company can go ahead and add to the markets, right? Or previous investors, whatever you want to call them, go ahead and add to the markets without there being a new announcement, without there being a new filing. So from here on out, we're going to hear about the number of shares that are going to be added to the markets, right? Because the company will need to come up with a new S1, with a new S3, or they just need to go ahead and sell shares, right? They need to go ahead and sell shares, right, to warrant holders, previous warrant holders, whatever it may be. However, the previous warrant holders at this point, at the point of making this video, majority of them have already gone ahead and they have already, you know, exercised majority of their shares, and their shares are already diluted into the market. So any amount of demand that we see coming in is not going to be met with external selling pressure from warrant holders that are going to keep this stock at a, you know, either break-even level or even selling off slowly levels, right? So that's why I'm a fan. That's why I'm a big fan of it, and that's honestly really about it, right? Also, the fact that it's previously a runner, it's one of those tickers that does have a history of going on these freaking massively parabolic rallies, right? When we go over here on the daily. Okay, my daily chart's not working. Wonderful, right? When we go over here, what's going on here? We'll go reset view. Okay, there we go. right? It has previously given us these massive spikes. If you look over here, it went from 160 all the way upwards of $10. We got this spike from, what is this? We got this spike from $20 to $60. We got this spike from $185 to $316. Again, remember, these are the reverse split adjusted numbers. So it was never actually at $200, but these are reverse split adjusted numbers, considering that the company did recently have a reverse split of 1 for 150. Okay, so do keep that in mind. But regardless, I mean, when you look at this chart, right, when you look at these daily charts, pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump. So what am I talking about? Pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump. What I'm talking about is that you don't want to be holding this ticker for multiple days. Okay, this for me is not a multi-day hold, also because they don't have that much cash. I would just go ahead and day trade this. Again, play the breaks of highs and also buy the dips and just keep day trading it throughout the day. Okay, for me, this does not have the potential of a good multi-day hold, even though it doesn't mean that it can't go on a multi-day rally. For me, it just doesn't meet the criteria that I look for. Remember, right? I'm me, you're you. Do your own research, have your own conviction, do whatever you like. It's your money, okay? Now, however, if you guys found value in today's video and you guys want to trade alongside me every single day, check out our private community. Right now, our private community is on a 50% sale for the next 10 members that join. It also is the only community that comes with a 2 weeks free trial, 100% free trial, and a 30 days money back guarantee. And I'm telling you, man, there's a reason we have over 400 members coming back month after month. So this is what it looks like. We give you everything. We give you the alerts. So we have day trade alerts, swing alerts, option alerts, lessons, dividend, crypto, everything, right? And we give it a ticker, we give it an entry, we give it an exit. We also tell you how many shares to buy in your portfolio. We give it a stop loss. We also tell you how many shares to buy in your portfolio. How do we do so? So we use that $10,000 account as a benchmark. So we say 10 shares in a 10K account. That means if you have a 30K account, you multiply this number by 3. Let's say you have a 50K account, you multiply this number by 5. You have a 100K account, you multiply this number by 10. Just so you get the exact same share size as we are trading. So you see the same results as all of our other 400 freaking members, right? And I'm telling you, man, we've been crushing it. I mean, you guys can pause it and read some of these, but Chinso says, thank you, Sam, and the rest of the mentors. I've been here for almost 1 week and not every day is green, but 100% more winners than losers. Plus, I've learned more here this week than the 7 months I've traded on my own. I'll be sticking around after my free trial. We have been crushing it. Literally yesterday, Jamie says, I joined after getting burned in Moon Market Discord from Pump and Dumps about 5 months ago. Easily best decision I ever made. Keep working hard, Sam. Last year to date, $25,000. Sold morning follow Big Abby's 18% on day. Big Abby's made an absolute killing in our community, guys. He called it an amazing trade. He's one of the mentors alongside myself. So the community actually gives you access to multiple mentors. And it's funny because I'm actually the youngest guy. I mean, these guys, they've been trading on Wall Street longer than I've been alive, right? So don't think that you're paying me to tell you what to buy and sell. You're really paying people with freaking 30 years plus of, Wall Street experience, and people who've actually worked on firms before, helping you guys succeed in the markets, right? SGBX over here, midget missile, $3,000. Easy, right? Lily, didn't kill yourself. This is Thursday. Says, this community changed my life. The few thousand I made here this month did not, but getting out of my losing streak on what felt like a damn gambling habit did. Like Sam says, trade the best and leave the rest, and that's exactly what this community has been. Only quality trades thanks to these are the other mentors alongside myself, right? Give it a shot. The link is in the comment section in the description. I look forward to meeting you guys. Thank you for watching. Your boy Sam from Top Academy.